We have some pretty big stuff to go through here in today's video. For Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, it seems like we will be getting the intervention in this game. We thought we wouldn't get this weapon. There were leakers telling us it wouldn't happen, but we are getting the intervention, plus some more stuff on an upcoming MP gameplay reveal very, very soon. Be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new. We're about 25-30 subs away from 95K on the channel. Insane support recently. Really do appreciate all of that. 100K is coming very, very soon. And shout out to my partner, Apex Gaming PCs. A bunch of customizable PCs over there. Great for editing, making YouTube videos, streaming, playing Call of Duty, stuff like that. Links are down below. If you do go on to buy a PC, be sure to use code MATTERS for up to $250 off your entire purchase. And let me know if you do so I can shout you out and show you guys some love. But some more stuff here for MW2. Some crazy stuff here. The intervention is one of those iconic classical weapons that when we first talked about in a video, I think it was back a couple months ago in March or so, a lot of leakers were saying that we would not see the intervention in this year's multiplayer, which is kind of crazy because the game is literally called MW2. Now, it's not an MW2 remake. It's a different game. It's a rebooted franchise or rebooted series, whatever. So it's not the same exact thing. So it doesn't have to have all of the features and weapons and maps from the 2009 version of the game. But, you know, you would think that an MW2 title would at least bring back the OG intervention. And of course, if you guys seen on the channel, much more recently, we had the entire weapons list leaked out for this year's multiplayer, and the intervention was nowhere to be seen. So people were definitely asking for it, and it seems like Modern Warzone is informing us that it will be in the game. Modern Warzone, of course, very credible source. A lot of people over on Twitter, and probably a lot of you guys as well, are fairly excited, I'm assuming, for this, you know, weapon to return in this game. Now, of course, I'm not going to act like the intervention being in this year's MP will make the game guaranteed fun. It's not going to make or break the game. It definitely will add to the nostalgia, and it'll make it fun to play, but I'll talk about it later on in this video. I'm going to hop back on MW2, the 2009 version of the game, and we'll do a commentary. I'll use the intervention, and we'll talk about how they could bring back the intervention, but still ruin the weapon and make it kind of worthless in this year's game, or they can make it good. So we'll talk about that later on in the video, but the point is here, it's definitely some good news. It's cool to see, but it's not a make or break thing here. If the MP isn't fun to play, then the intervention being in this game is kind of worthless, but if the MP is really fun and the core gameplay mechanics are fun, the modes are fun, the maps are fun to play, then the intervention will only add to it and make it even more enjoyable. So that's my quick analysis opinion there on that. So let me know down below. And again, we'll talk about that later on in the video. But another thing here, we also have the Ghost of Hope, which previously mentioned this back in April, and it wasn't confirmed back then, or it was just a very initial leak. But he also said the ACR will be in this year's game. So if his source is right, and they have the same source, Modern Warzone and Ghost of Hope, then the ACR is also returning, which I'm honestly even more excited for, because I wasn't ever the biggest sniper back in the day, but I was definitely a big ACR guy, and that would be so cool to see in this year's MP. Now, the same thing goes for the intervention. They could bring back the ACR, but they could, you know, heavily nerf it and just not make it as fun to use and enjoyable. And that weapon is still up in the air as well, definitely not confirmed for this year's game, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't on that leaked MP weapon list, which also isn't confirmed, so it still could happen. It still could be a weapon, although I could easily see the ACR and honestly the intervention not being available at launch, but released as DLC later on down the line. That makes complete sense to me. I mean, that would be great marketing for, let's say, Season 1 of MW2, the intervention is returning. Season 2 or Season 3, the ACR is returning. It's great marketing. Of course, as we know, most of the time, nostalgia will pull people back into the game for new updates, new DLC, etc. So that's a great crutch for them to have in Season 4, 5, 6, or if there's 2 years of MW2 DLC, they could easily say, oh, you know, the player count's low right now. Let's get this crazy update. Let's bring back the intervention, some OG weapons, the ACR, this OG, you know, MW2 map estate, and everyone will come back in and play MW2 again, buy microtransactions. And I know most people don't want to think like that, but that's just how it's going to be. I want to be realistic here. Of course, I would personally just rather want to see these 2 weapons available at the launch of the game, but I just feel like it is a good possibility that we don't see them at the launch. And that would also make sense because they're not in the leaked weapons list, so maybe they're going to be added later on anyway. So I just want to put that in your head and just, you know, set the expectations straight that we may not see it at launch, but it still may eventually be in MW2's MP. So nothing confirmed fully. We'll see very soon at the MP reveal, but that's just my opinions on that. Let me know down below. And Ralph did say here soon, hashtag MW2, which is very interesting because he's most likely referring to the MP reveal, and he's actually playing a clip of a song here called One by Metallica, which, I mean, I think it's safe to assume that's the MP trailer song that's going to play there. I mean, I would play it in this video right now, but that's definitely copyrighted material, but just trust me, it sounds super sick. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to check that out. And again, that should be coming super soon. Ralph said previously the next 2 weeks will be very interesting, referring to the last 2 weeks of July. I mean, we're entering pretty much the last week of July now, so this MP reveal again is coming super soon. COD Champs is the first weekend of August. I'm pretty confident it's gonna be the first time we see MW2's MP, but it could be earlier. Let me know down below your opinions on that. We should get some more official teasers information super soon, but it's happening, guys. It's gonna be crazy. We'll be covering it all on the channel, and be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. But now here, let's hop into MW2, face cam on, and we'll talk about the intervention and all of that good stuff. So here you guys go. All right, guys, we're back here in the original Modern Warfare 2. This just gives me heavy nostalgia. Now, I'm gonna admit, I wasn't around playing Call of Duty when this game was the, you know, current COD. I started playing COD right when MW3 came out. But when I got MW3, I went back, I bought BO1, and then I bought MW2. So those are the 3 games I was playing. So I do get some nostalgia coming back here, hopping on, listening to the main menu soundtrack, all that good stuff. But I just want to go through here and, you know, really check out the intervention. So I guess here are my stats. 389 kills. Wow, I barely play. I think my stats might have gotten reset from some, you know, one of those like hacker lobbies that you accidentally get into, you know, playing MW2. But the Xbox Live servers apparently are not populated at all. I tweeted out, I asked you guys, everyone said there's no one playing this game, which it's kind of sad, honestly, at least on the 360. I know there are other servers on PC that have a ton of players, but for this here, I really want to look at the intervention just to get some nostalgia going here, see what it looked like back in MW2, run around with it, shoot it. I mean, it sucks we don't have bots in this game, but, you know, we'll use it anyway. Intervention. There you go. No attachment. There's no way, like, I only have these camos on the intervention. I used it a little bit. I wasn't the biggest sniper, but I definitely used it a little bit. Now, join. Let's create a game. I just want to run around on a certain map just to... Let's hop on Estate. Estate, baby. Now, Estate's a funny one because, I mean, I did mention that I want to see it in MW2 this year, and it would be a really sick map, but I'm not going to lie, it is a large map, and I don't think it would be the best 6v6 map. As a ground war map, this could be fire. Now, I mean, back then, this was a 6v6 map, and it was fun, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But I feel like this as a ground war map would be super hectic, super crazy. And, yeah, that would be sick. But maybe a 6v6 map would be fine as well. I don't know. I just feel like in today's age, like, having these open sight lines, but with the TTK we have nowadays and just how kind of, you know, Modern Warfare 2019 works, I feel like it'd be kind of annoying. I don't know. Let me know down below your opinions on that. Again, it sucks we don't have bots here, but, just, you know, using the intervention is a nice feeling for sure. I think one of the big things for us, or especially for snipers that really were all about the intervention back in the day, and they're hopping on MW2, you know, with the intentions of using this weapon specifically again, one of the big things is, like, how is it going to feel compared to the 2009 version of the weapon? I mean, is it going to be the same type of vibe? I mean, there's a certain feel that the intervention has in this game that you don't really see with a lot of snipers in recent Call of Duties, especially the MW19 snipers. I mean, they were good, but something about the intervention, there's just a certain feel that you don't really have in these newer games with snipers. I mean, something about the intervention is so smooth, and I don't know, the ability to quickscope so effortlessly, like, I don't know what it is. So, guys, I mean, I don't want to say that just because the intervention is returning, it's going to be a great weapon, because you never know. They could bring back this iconic weapon, but only for the nostalgia in the name, and not really for how the weapon was and how powerful it was. You know, like, you guys could easily expect, and you could see, like, them bringing back the intervention and it being just not as good as it was back in MW2, which I feel like they know if they bring back this weapon and it's just not good whatsoever, people are going to be tight. People are going to be like, yo, what was the point of bringing back this iconic weapon? And it's not even as good as it was back in MW2. I mean, maybe if it's slightly worse, that's fine. But if it's not as dominant, you know, people are going to be a little annoyed with that. And I don't know. Obviously, I don't want this to be too OP because MW2, you know, it was an overall broken game. A lot of the weapons there were either really bad or really good. So you don't want that for a new Call of Duty. You want the weapons to be generally balanced, but you don't want the intervention to be complete garbage. So we'll see what happens. That's that with the intervention pretty much. I mean, there's nothing really else I could do here. I wish we had bots in MW2. Bots in custom games for this game would be pretty sick. I'd just be able to quick scope and show you guys my skills with recruit bots. But, you know, overall intervention feels nice, looks great back in MW2, and hopefully it, you know, looks and feels a similar way in this year's game. So I'm getting a phone call. Oh, I'll see you guys later. But that's pretty much it here for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, be sure to subscribe for more MW2 Warzone 2 news, updates, videos like this. A lot of exciting stuff should be revealed very soon. Can't wait to react to it live on stream, go through all the info, watch the gameplay. It's always an exciting time to see a new Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty hyped up this much. Now, Of course, not gonna lie, it definitely will suck if the final product in the game just isn't as fun to play, because I'm excited. I want a game to actually be able to grind and really enjoy. And MW2 could be that game. MW 2019 was fun to play, but it just had a lot of problems that, you know, it made it a bit annoying for some players. For other players, they think it's the best game ever. So maybe MW2 will just be that game again where you either really love it or you really don't like it. So I hope it's super fun. Again, we'll see for the beta and the final version of the game how it is very soon. So that's it for this video. Again, subscribe for more. There are 2 other videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Real do appreciate it, guys. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.